Hey guys, my name is Nick Gilbert, and this is going to be my introduction video for communication class. First off, I'm 25 and I live in North Carolina in a little town called Statesville. You've probably never heard of it because it's pretty small. It's about 30 minutes from Charlotte. I'm married to my wife named Whitney. We have 2 children. Our first one is named Brooklyn, and she's 2.5. And then we have our newborn son, Beckham, who just turned about 4.5 months. Usually I would make this video about them and how important, me being married is, or my children when they were born, and why that's very important to me, and I hold that very dear. I'm just going to take this time to talk about a little something different because I feel like probably a lot of people are talking about being married or their children. What I'm going to talk about is education and I guess poverty and how important that is to me. I'm an educator. I'm a director of an after-school program, and we work in the elementary schools. And when I first became the director, my very first task ever was to put together a family night, which was pretty much, we have 95 children in the program, and my job was try to get as many people as we could to come in, just kind of make that partnership between not only with the school but with the parents, so then we could kind of be on the same page, and if we had questions, or pretty much put a face to what we do. And we really work with low-income families or poverty, which that word doesn't really hold as much as it used to, because low income is pretty much all of America. Not unless you're making a lot of money, you're low income. And I think it's just kind of been watered down. So the point was that I got all these people to come, and I told them there's going to be free food, we were going to do a few activities, few games, have a good time, and I really didn't think a lot of people were going to turn out. Like I said, this maybe was my first or second week being the director, so I was pretty nervous, and it actually turned out to be one of the biggest family nights we had. We had not just mom and dads of these children, but we had grandparents and siblings and aunts and uncles. And it wasn't just so much that we were doing activities, it was because I said we were going to have food. And not in any way that they just came to eat and leave. It was the fact that they came because they didn't have food to eat on a regular basis. And that kind of really hit home. The fact that these are the children that we're teaching that we don't think about because we get to go home and eat or spend time with our family, and these are children who are getting off the bus 10 years old and they go in and cook dinner because mom and dad might not be home, or they might be going home to one parent who's working all night. And I think the more I talk to these parents, the more I started to understand the children that we're working with, because you kind of walk into the classroom and you see some kids cutting up and you think, okay, those are the bad kids, or those are the kids in the back of the classroom that who's going to fail classes or who's going to drop out, and you never really think about why they are. Maybe you think like mom and dad didn't teach them right, but really honestly they might not have mom and dad. They might be living with grandma who's working 2 jobs to try to support them. And I think in that family night, it really hit me how important just family is, and taking things advantage, and how important education was, because these parents wanted their kids to learn. Grandmas and grandpas would come and talk to me asking what could they do to bring in more supplies, what could they pay us more, what could they possibly do for us to continue teaching their children, because they wanted their children to succeed as much as we did. And it wasn't they weren't caring about their children, it was they were struggling as well as the children. And I think that was life-changing for me, especially as an educator, that we all come from different backgrounds, we all have different families, but we come together in the end. And I just wanted to share that with you guys. The next time you see a child acting up, it might not be as simple as they need medicine or something like that, but there might be some deep-rooted problem, and to be more patient with children and be more caring and loving, because they might not get that love anywhere else. And so this is going to be my video, and thank you guys for watching, and I look forward to watching yours. Thank you.